M.A. and thought, she kind of cute. But when we say stuff like that, there's always people coming around going, oh, she tries to be a man. That means that you like men. How can you be attracted to a woman who dresses like a guy and carries herself
In
like a guy?
non-serious news, so I posted this like 2 weeks ago in my community section of Facebook. I was asking a simple question of, is there a difference between Kodak shooting his shot at Young M.A., who was gay, when Young M.A., who was gay, shoots her shot at straight women? I remember seeing a lot of backlash to this situation. Of course, many people were just piled on because they just want Kodak Black out of here. But despite there's a lot of things you can indict Kodak on, I just wasn't buying this one thing. I've seen a bunch of moist ass black men who were online talking about, and y'all didn't get rid of him because of this, and that. Because some people feel some type of way over the fact that Kodak is getting this attention from rappers like T.I. and even singer Tank came at him, and also the Game. And they're upset on some Drake shit because his other indictments did not get him out of here or didn't get this response. And a simple answer to why those things didn't get the same response is because people just didn't care. It's just that simple. People just did not care about those things. And you can't make people care about those things. So instead of you just hopping on the bandwagon and happening and joining in on his parade being rained on, you want to cry and make up all the stories and situations. Again, there's a lot of reasons to kill Kodak and get him out of here. But I'm just not buying this whole situation where he was sexually assaulting or, attacking Young M.A. And I watched a lot of other black YouTubers do commentary who specifically speak about hip hop news majority of the time, and they were insinuating that Kodak was somehow gay now. Now think about this: how effed up are we as a society? How confused are we as a people when we will say a boy who's saying he likes a girl is somehow gay, simply because the girl chooses to identify as gay? And I know. It's triggering as fuck when those men who would probably tap Young M.A., which I don't, I'm not about that life, say that she's still a girl. I know that triggers the LGBT, pro, all that people. Y'all getting y'all feels for saying that. But the fact remains, she is a girl. And where do we get lost? Where do we get so messed up where a boy saying he likes a girl means that he wants to get bent over and done in the butt and all this other nonsense? Now, I think that he was trolling. I don't think he was serious. And it got all the attention that he wanted to get from it. But it's weird. And I asked the question, though. What's the difference between Kodak shooting his shot at Young M.A., who was gay, but Young M.A., who was gay, constantly shoots her shot at other women who are not gay? I remember there was this article or whatever a few years back, some fascist lesbian chick. She's probably one of these militant black feminist daughters. I forgot who it was. But she was basically admitting that she liked the whole game cat and mouse of sleeping and trying to get with women who aren't gay, right? Who just going through a phase, they just lonely and all other nonsense. And she said overwhelmingly the majority of the time these women end up going back to their boyfriends or husbands or whatever. It's just a fling, it's just a thing. So she was admitting that, she purposely went after women who were not gay on purpose. And that was completely fine, no issues. Well, at least for the rest of society. Now, within that community, there was a backlash because a lot of the studs or the real gay women were like, no, you shouldn't be out there messing with those women outside of our community. And I don't know the language and the lingo that they talk about, how they describe those things. But she was basically saying the studs were mad and the gay women were mad because they're like, y'all need to leave those straight women alone and deal with us. Y'all ours, right? Kind of sound like how sisters, when they see a Kyrie boat ride or even other dude, like, that's ours. We feel entitled. You can't have those boat rides with those Beckys. But that does go on, where the lesbian women feel some type of way when they see other women who are gay hitting on straight women. But again, outside of that space, nobody bats an eye, nobody cares. So why does Young and May get the luxury of rapping about the same misogynist, sexist things that every other rapper does in regards to women, but somehow she's some type of a victim? You weird, right? Now, granted, I don't see what Kodak sees. I hope he was trolling, but before, when she first came out as a female rap artist, she was a lot more feminine. She had more weight to her, so she had more curves, and she wasn't taking the damn hormones to make her voice deep the way it sounds now. So I can understand from back then, but now she's just like going full blown. Pause. But I just don't understand. I'm not buying the outrage on that particular issue, right? Like, a lot of folks is going in on Kodak. Again, there's a lot of reasons to kill him and get him out of here for that. But this, to me, is not one of those issues. I think it's corny. I think it shows how confused we are as a society. When a boy says he likes a girl, and somehow we somehow process that as he's gay, or he wants to be penetrated because she's still a girl. Like, why does that hurt to say that she's still a fucking girl? No, my bad. Let me calm down. And it's just weird too because like we all grew up watching Queen Latifah. We knew she was gay as hell, but we all still thought she was attractive in a way, not necessarily the physical. She did have some, double D's, but it was more about her character, the way she carried herself. She was a cool chick, but that didn't stop dudes from looking at her that way. And we all knew she was gay. Or there's a whole segment on YouTube called The Gay Homie, where it's the light-skinned dyke chick who her homies is looking at her differently now because she got body. Like, that's always been a thing and funny and stuff we've made fun of, but now all of a sudden Kodak does the shit and it's not that, and it's sexual harassment now. Hell, the one comedian did a whole segment on Facebook about how it's not gay for him to find Young and May attractive, and he did this shit a few years ago. I think the D-Ray dude or whatever, I don't know his name. I'll find a clip, but he did a whole segment. Again, I didn't agree with what he was saying because she's too masculine and that's nasty. But that's whatever floats your boat. And at the end of the day, I do agree. She's still a girl. So why was all this backlash for Kodak on this particular issue? Does it make sense to go that route when we know damn well that Young and May does the exact same thing to straight women all the time? And not just Young and May, but dykes all across America hit on women they knew are not gay, and they still try and they still press. And the argument is that they're way more persistent than the dusty dudes who come up to you in New York and be like, hey yo ma, you know what I mean? They say that the lesbians is worse. In fact, the dykes will come up to a girl right in front of her dude, which most dudes ain't crazy enough to do that. So why does that behavior go unpunished, uncriticized, uncritiqued from lesbian women, but y'all want to hold Kodak accountable for doing the same thing? I'll give The Root, not necessarily The Root, but some author who was writing for The Root, and they basically was saying like, yo, we love that Young and May is a good rapper, and she's, in this space that's dominated by men, but I can't cry and bitch and moan and complain about sexism, misogyny, and all these other isms and whatnot, and then support her. So whoever that author was of that particular article was saying like, yo, she's no different than any of these other male artists in her lyrics and her exploitation of women and whatnot. And again, if you look at her stuff, it's probably worse. In this whole PC, politically correct world, a lesbian can get away with a chip drill video today that most rappers can't do today. The BET uncut stuff. Like, the average rapper can't do that today, but Young and May could do it and get away with it. Why? It's cool when there's no dudes in the video, though. Like, I think it's City Girls or whatever, or Tatiana, and those chicks can do it as long as there's no dudes in the video, or the major artist doing it is a female, gay or bisexual. They can get away with it, but you can't get that type of video in mainstream America right now from a black rapper, male rapper. that was just my quick thoughts. I didn't understand the backlash for this. I do think that, you know, Kodak is effing up. I think the interview he did with Breakfast Club without the mask on, it like gave him some, it humanized him for like 10 minutes, and then he just jacked it all up, and he's hurting his own stuff with all the other antics. You know what I mean? But I just wasn't buying out of all the things you want to attack him for, right? Because I think the thing said was, why didn't we get him out of here before? Like a lot of black men were sharing this around, saying like, you know, why didn't we get him out of here? Because they were sympathizing with the colorist chicks and, you know, all this other stuff, that people who didn't want him around. And they were like, well, why didn't we get him out of here when his rape charge or whatever? And I'm like, well, how do you get somebody out of here for an accusation? If he was found guilty, get him out of here. But that's weird. We're trying to get people out of here for stuff that they've been accused of, and it hasn't been proved that they've done it. Okay, that's, you know, all right. Then it was the colorism thing, and I'm just say that again. The people who didn't say anything about that is because they don't care. It's just that simple. Like, he said what he said. Like, he don't like what he don't like, and y'all keep bothering about him instead of him apologizing. He gonna triple double down. The man has no home training. That's what he's gonna do. But again, is that enough to say that he doesn't deserve to be an artist or make money or tour or whatever? Like, when you look, every time I see him on social media, he's taking pictures with white folks. So it's like, I don't think he's y'all in his market or his demographic. Y'all don't, as y'all say, pay his bills. So y'all canceling him is kind of not warranted. Kind of like how y'all canceled Kanye like 5 times and he gets bigger and bigger. Pause. But that's just my video. I didn't buy into the bullshit with this whole topic. There's so much in our culture that makes fun of the situation. We understand it. Again, there's a whole 10-part series called The Gay Homie on social media. And it's all jokes and laughs. And it's a chick who's clearly a dyke, but her friend finds her attractive. And they're making fun of that situation. And why is that different than what Kodak said? Why does Youngin May get a pass to hit on straight women, and it's no, she's a creep, she's a sexual harasser? No, none of that. Even y'all just say that they're just persistent and you want to get away from him. But I don't know. Ran over.
Hey, can you give me a towel?
Yeah, I got you.
Shit.
Hey, Bruce, you good?
Huh?
Are you straight, nigga?
Oh yeah, I'm straight. I'm straight. You straight?
Nah. I'm not straight.
You right. You right. My bad. I got you, my nigga. I mean, baby girl. I mean, homegirl. E, I got you.
Okay.
Here's your.
Hey, nigga.
Damn.
What the fuck is you doing?
My fault. You said you wanted the towel, right?
Yeah.
Got your towel.